Hello and welcome back to the Sarah and Suzanne YouTube channel. I'm Sarah Willis, and today we are talking about the impact of climate change on real estate in Central Oregon. Climate change is not a distant issue. It is something that is happening right now, and it's reshaping industries across the globe, and real estate in Central Oregon is definitely no exception. So, as weather patterns become more extreme and unpredictable, property values, insurance costs, and even the desirability of certain locations are being affected. So, if you live in Central Oregon, you're thinking about buying a property in Central Oregon, you should understand how climate change is impacting the real estate market here, because it's crucial to know this for home ownership. Just if you're living there as a primary residence, whether you're making an investment in property, or even if you're a developer, you need to look to protect your assets and make informed decisions based on what is going on with the climate and the weather. The number one issue we want to talk about is the increased risk of wildfires and drought here in Central Oregon. If you have visited Central Oregon in the summer, late summer, early fall, you'll know that we are prone to wildfires here, and we kind of call it smoke season sometimes. So one of the most immediate impacts of climate change on our area is that we have more of these every year, and our community is doing more and more to try and mitigate these wildfires that happen through selective burning and trimming down of trees. So this really doesn't change the fact that we live in a dry climate, and it makes the region especially susceptible to wildfires. And with the climate changing, our summers are growing hotter and drier, and this risk is just amplified. So properties located near forested or rural areas tend to face a greater risk of exposure to fire damage, and this could, in the long term, lead to a reduction in property values for homes deemed to be in these high-risk zones. And drought is another pressing concern, as water availability is obviously crucial for many communities in the area, if you're not on public water, if you're on a well, or if you're a farmer. So water scarcity could increase costs and affect the long-term value of your property. So this concern is particularly relevant for properties that rely on irrigation for landscaping or agriculture. Of course, with increased fire risk, we have already been seeing, we're going to continue to see a shift in insurance cost and even availability. There are some areas that are not renewing. There are some areas that it is very difficult to get insurance right now due to wildfire risk. So homeowners in Central Oregon could face and are facing rising insurance premiums or even challenges finding adequate coverage. Insurance companies are recalculating their risks associated with natural disasters, and Central Oregon's beautiful tree-lined properties might come at a higher cost to insure. Specifically, I know there are definitely regulations around how close you can have trees to your property in some areas. And if you're up against BLM land, for example, things become a lot harder and more expensive to insure. So this not only is going to affect homeowners, but also investors who might experience tighter margins due to the increased cost of insuring their properties. All of this could lead to a change in location demand. Historically, coastal properties and other high-risk areas might be losing their appeal, and Central Oregon could actually see a surge in real estate demand. Its scenic beauty, outdoor lifestyle, and somewhat milder climate compared to other regions is becoming a more attractive location for those seeking safety from extreme weather events like hurricanes, rising sea levels, tsunami risk, erosion. Bend, Sun River, and surrounding areas could see an influx of buyers looking for a climate that's relatively stable compared to other parts of the country. Of course, as we've been talking about here in this video, Central Oregon obviously isn't immune to climate change. So the hot summers, the growing wildfire season are and could make buyers more cautious about properties near forests and rural settings. And people who are reliant upon the Deschutes River or live along the Deschutes River or use it for recreation or irrigation could see property values affected if water levels end up decreasing due to a prolonged drought. So all of this leads to solutions, right? We want to be proactive about these things, and sustainability and energy efficiency play a part in hopefully, long-term mitigation of some of these risks and effects of climate change. And as they become more evident, Central Oregon's homebuyers are showing increasing interest in these energy efficient, sustainable options for their homes. We see features like solar panels, energy efficient windows, sustainable water systems are all gaining appeal. With Central Oregon's abundant sunshine, homes with solar panels can significantly cut down on their utility costs, making properties more attractive and eco-conscious to buyers. And this trend is especially true in areas like Bend, where outdoor enthusiasts are, tend to be environmentally conscious because, they want to be able to use the area surrounding them. And that's why they move here. So these buyers might seek homes that align with their lifestyle values. So adding these things and these features to your homes might not be a bad idea in terms of increasing value and appeal to buyers when you go to resell. For developers and investors, making energy efficient upgrades and focusing on sustainable building practices can definitely increase the long-term value and desirability of profits in this area. And it's also becoming, more and more common practice for code to adapt to these things when new properties are built as well, requiring higher efficiency products and more sustainable products in building as well. So our city aligns with these values also. Central Oregon's real estate market is definitely shifting towards homes that not only offer, beauty, but functionality, but also sustainability and resilience. So I think that speaks a lot to the region and the type of people who like to call this place home, whether they vacation here, invest here, or decide to live here full time. In conclusion, we know that climate change is undoubtedly influencing our industry in the real estate world here in Central Oregon, but of course, as we said, across the globe. Here we are seeing increased risk of wildfires and drought and demand for safe and sustainable locations. And we're facing new challenges, but also with challenges come new opportunities. So homeowners, investors, developers here, it's your job to stay informed about climate-related issues, the risks, and make proactive decisions like investing in energy efficiency, staying updated on wildfire mitigation efforts, and doing your part to conserve water. All these things are going to be the key to safeguarding and growing your real estate investment, your home, your biggest asset that you have here in the coming years. So Suzanne and I are licensed realtors here in Central Oregon, and we love, what we do. We love sharing and building community around these topics, bed and lifestyle, and investing in Central Oregon. And if you're looking for trusted partners to be your boots on the ground and help you find a property that aligns with your goals, Suzanne and I would love the opportunity to talk and be your guides and be your agents here in Central Oregon, whether that is buying or selling. So contact information in the content below. Reach out. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.